This is another hype video, hyping up another Irish indie book. I got this from Rogue Comics as well. Um, Basically, I jumped on to buy Hellfire, and I saw this book. This is a new book by Proxy, and it was Brian. Let me just make sure. This is the second time I'm filming this video because I was getting Brian Corcoran's name wrong in the first attempt. But I saw the art was Brian Corcoran, who I'm a big fan of, really like his stuff, and I just always I follow the art when it comes to comics. Not that I don't care about the story, I will talk about that in a sec, but ultimately I find it hard to buy a book where I don't like the art, and this one, there was kind of no question. Just because Brian was drawing it, I said, right, feck it, I'll buy it and see what it's all about. The cover is it's really lovely, really well illustrated, like with this wine bottle opener and all the blood splattered. Really nice kind of glass illustration there. Colorist as well, done a really nice job on this. I'll go through the credits now in a minute, but reading this kind of made me think of one thing. For a long time, I guess I was looking at comics as something that was kind of like cinematic. You know, you're trying to tell a story to match like a cinematic type approach to storytelling, and I feel like this book is kind of like that. Like it's just set in a real world. It's about a hitman. His methods of making these hits are quite different to what you'd expect, which is actually a nice touch to the story. I really like that part of the story. But it made me think, with an artist like Brian on this book, I would have liked to see something a bit more, I don't know, like over the top, bombastic, something sci-fi, or I guess what I'm thinking of is like this story could easily be a TV series, because so far anyway, there's nothing like, there wouldn't really be any need for special effects or crazy environments or distant worlds or anything like that. It's kind of set in a modern time. All the environments are stuff and I guess this is just my opinion. I know everybody's different, but kind of crime type comic books, sometimes I think what's the point when you could probably do it better in as a TV series or a movie, because I guess something like, if you think of like a really good crime movie or a crime show, they're probably always going to be better in that format than in a comic. But anyway, I'm kind of waffling on here. So that was my thought reading the book. I was kind of going, God, you could use Brian's skills in a more kind of crazy set. And I'm actually not too sure what other work Brian has done outside of the other Rogue Comics book, which the name of escapes me now. Sorry about that, I've forgotten the name of it, but I really enjoyed that as well. But just to look at the credits, so it was written by Richard Gaynor and lettered by Richard Gaynor, art by Brian Corcoran, colours by Matt Sophie, edited by Gillian Dempsey, and logo design by Jim Campbell. Nice logo actually, with the these look like bullet holes here, and an old target there in the O, which is nice. So got it signed actually there from Richard as well. But yeah, mainly these kind of hype videos, or I don't know what you would call them, commentaries. I am kind of focusing on the art a bit more, because that's kind of the thing I'm into. Brian is just great at just using reference to make his stuff look very accurate. I noticed that in his last book that I read, everything's done quite well. But this is the hitman here. But you can see here, look, this kind of strip club. It's like a stag party. I don't know, like everything's just done so well. Like it's really well told, the story, like about how the hitman goes about his business, and how they build up to this first hit is great. Like if you'll see these environments, like yeah, Brian is excellent at drawing, like you know, from average looking people to beautiful people, and there's kind of a nice range of like you know, I think some artists, I'm probably a bit like that, to be honest, where a lot of my characters I struggle to make them look different, but Brian doesn't seem to have any problem at all. Like, you know, there's a really nice range of types of characters. Like what he's great at is his hands as well. Look at that, like putting on the gloves, holding the bottle of champagne and the champagne flutes. Like it's so well done, and great at drawing clothes. Very, very minimalistic, if that's a good word to describe Brian's style. Like, you know, just not too much black really, and then just some lines to kind of get it across. Like, there you go. Like, look at all, really nice reference. But this is what goes back to, I would if a writer came to me and said, look, I'm going to pay you to draw this story, and the scenes are like a strip club, a hotel room, and like this cafe, I would struggle to get excited about it. Like I really would. I guess all artists are different, and Brian obviously is doing this effortlessly, in my opinion. Like there's another great variety of character. Everybody looks so different, which is great. Like like this whole scene here where these two associates are talking, you know, on the other side of these little booths in the restaurant. You know, it feels like something that would be in a TV series. So I keep kind of thinking like maybe it should be a TV series, and then get Brian to draw robots and aliens and well, maybe he doesn't like that stuff. I don't know. Like even that's a brave attempt to draw a big face, half a page on a face close up. Like it's a tough one to do. Well, I find it hard. I mean, there's he's great. He draws some very attractive women as well. You can see the range of his work, but yeah, I'm not going to show too much more. Look, some great hands. Oh, everything's so well referenced. Beautiful stuff. Like yeah. So the book is, I guess, if you're into crime stories, like this is the one for you. Definitely, it feels like it says issue 1 of 6. Like of course I'm going to get issue 2 and keep up with the story to see how it's going. Like it feels kind of like the way it ended, unless I picked it up wrong, like there was no real like cliffhanger or a hook to kind of pull you back to buy the second issue. Like it feels like maybe this was written as a graphic novel and then it was broken up into issues, like because the way it ends, like I'm not fully understanding any kind of, you know, big cliffhanger to go, oh god, I really need to come back and buy the second issue. And it made me think a lot about my next story that I'm going to do after my current book. I have been writing it, and then I was thinking like, god, the first issue kind of ends, it doesn't end on this kind of exciting note where the reader would kind of say, oh shit, I need to come back and buy this and see what happens. Like so yeah, it's always worth reading other people's stuff to make you think about your own. But anyway, yeah, another fantastic book from Rogue Comics. Go and check out their website and their work. Like they do some they're putting out some fantastic books, I have to say. Like kind of like Image Comics in Ireland is probably the best way to describe them. Anyway, have a good one, folks, and I'll see you on the next video.